Welcome to the Leisure World Chorale and Entertainment Club program. You are going to LOVER show. Forget April showers. Our show today is all about April love. Enjoy the show. April love is for the very young. Every star's a wishing star that shines for you. April love is all the seven wonders. One little kiss can tell you this is true. Sometimes an April day will suddenly bring showers, rain to grow the flowers for her first bouquet. But April love can slip right through your fingers. So if she's the one, don't let her run away. Sometimes an April day will suddenly bring showers, rain to grow the flowers for her first bouquet. But April love can slip right through your fingers. So if she's the one, don't let her run away. Connie Young starts our April Love program.
Love. What is love? It's a little big word. It can be complicated, but it can be everything. It can be lovebirds, or a love knot, or a love affair. Love in tennis means zero, nothing. It's love of pancakes to parents. It's God's love for us. It's a mother holding her baby to her breast. It's love of country, love of a friend or pet. It is the journey of life. It can be a sensual love, like the wind, the gentle breeze on your skin, or the wind in your hair. It can be a look given by your lover, a touch of a hand on yours, an arm around your shoulder to give you comfort and reassurance. And it's a happy hug to keep you warm. It's the sunshine of your soul. It's not what you say, it's what you do. And it's the respect you need and deserve. It can be an explosion of passion, the fire and the flame and the fever of sexual love. But it can also be that desperation of neediness. Yes, love can hurt, but nothing can take it away, not even death. It is the essence of life.
Bev Adams and her friends Susie and Sam perform Muskrat Love.
Muskrat, muskrat, candlelight, doing the town and doing it right in the evening. It's pretty pleasing. Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam, do a jitterbug down in Muskrat Land as they share. Sam is so skinny, and they whirl and they twirl and they tango, singing and jinging a jango, float like the heavens above, looks like muskrat love. Nibbling on bacon, chewing on cheese, Sam says to Susie, honey, will you please be my missy? Susie says yes, with a kissy. Now he's tickling her fancy, rubbing her toes, muzzle to muzzle now, anything goes as they wiggle. Sue starts to giggle, and they whirl, and they twirl, and they tango, singing and jinging a jango. Looks like the heavens above, looks like muskrat love. And they whirl and they twirl and they tango, singing and jinging a jango, floating like the heavens above, looks like muskrat love.
Listen while Pat Kojak talks to Clark Gable as she sings You Made Me Love You.
Dear Mr. Gable, I'm writing this to you, and I hope that you will read it, so that you'll know my heart beats like a hammer, and I stutter and I stammer every time I see you at the picture show. I guess I'm just another fan of yours, but I thought I'd write and tell you so. You made me love you. I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it. You made me love you. And all the time you knew it. I guess you always knew it. You made me happy. Sometimes you made me glad. But there were times, sir, you made me feel so sad. You made me sigh, 'cause I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you. I think you're great. That's true. Yes, I do, indeed I do. You know I do. I must tell you what I'm feeling. The very mention of your name sends my heart reeling. You know you made me love you. Ah, gee, Mr. Gable, I don't want to bother you. I guess you got a lot of girls that tell you the same thing. And if you don't want to read this, well, you don't have to. But I just had to tell you about the time I saw you, and it happened one night. That was the first time I ever saw you, and I knew right then you were the nicest fella in the movies. I guess it was 'cause you acted so natural-like. Not like a real actor at all, but just like any fella you'd meet at school or at a party. And then one time I saw you in a picture with Joan Crawford, and I had to cry a little 'cause you loved her so much and you couldn't have her. Well, not till the end of the picture anyway. And then one time I saw you in person. You were going to the Coconut Grove, and I was standing there when you got out of the car, and you almost knocked me down. But it wasn't your fault. Nah, I was in the way. But you looked at me and you smiled. Yeah, you smiled right at me just like you meant it. And I cried all the way home because you smiled at me for being in your way, and I'll never forget it, Mr. Gable. Honest Indian, you're my favorite actor. I don't care what happens. Let the whole world stop. As far as I'm concerned, you'll always be the top, 'cause you know you made me love you.
The chorale sings Unchained Melody. Ellen Brannigan and Rob Illingworth are star-crossed lovers trying to connect with one another, but they are thwarted by being chained to their cell phones. Their efforts produce happiness as well as frustration. A moment of realization. They decide to unchain themselves, put down their cell phones, and we see them walking arm in arm into the future. In 1948, Sam Cowlow, Ken Lane, and Irving Taylor wrote Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime. Here to sing it for you is Brian Tivnan.
Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everybody falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now. Everybody finds somebody someplace. There's no telling where love may appear. Something in my heart keeps saying my someplace is here. If I had it in my power, I'd arrange for everyone to have your charms. Then every minute, every hour, everyone would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. If I had it in my power, I would arrange for everyone to have your charms. Then every minute, every hour, everyone would find what I found in your arms. Everybody loves somebody sometime. And although my dream was overdue, your love made it well worth waiting for someone like you. Everybody loves somebody sometime. Everyone falls in love somehow. Something in your kiss just told me my sometime is now.
Ah, the majesty of love. Here is Don Sunday singing Love is a Many Splendored Thing.
Love is a many splendored thing. It's the April rose that only grows in the early spring. Love is nature's way of giving a reason to be living. The golden crown that makes a man a king. Once on a high and windy hill, in the morning mist, two lovers kissed, and the world stood still. Then your fingers touched my silent heart and taught it how to sing. Yes, true love's a many splendored thing.
back and enjoy our chorale singing "Swonderful."
Wonderful, marvelous, you care for me. Song line, paradise, what I love to see. You made my life so glamorous. You can't blame me for feeling amorous. Oh, it's wonderful, it's marvelous that you should care for me. Wonderful, marvelous, you should care for me. Awful night, paradise, what I love to see. You made my life so glamorous. You can't blame me for feeling amorous. Oh, it's wonderful, marvelous that you should care for, that you should care for, that you should care for me.
Here are the spirit tones to sing "Dream a Little Dream of Me."
Stars shining bright above you, night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree, dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me, just hold me tight and tell me you miss me while I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream of me, of me. Stars fading, but I linger on, dear, still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear, just saying this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you, sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me, of me. Dream a little dream of me.
Carmen Edwards will sing "When I Fall in Love."
When I fall in love, it will be forever. Oh, I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love is ended before it's begun. And too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that, you feel that way too. is when I give my heart to you. When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love is ended before it's begun, and too many moonlight kisses seem to cool in the warmth of the sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment I can feel that you feel that way too, is when I'll give my heart to you.
Along with the chorale singing, Connie and Jay Young, married for 69 years, will dance to It Had to Be You.
It had to be you. It had to be you. I wandered around and finally found somebody who could make me feel true, could make me feel blue, and even be glad just to be sad thinking of you. Some others I see might never be me, might never be cross or try to be lost, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you. Some others I see might never be me, might never be cross or try to be boss, but they wouldn't do. For nobody else gave me a thrill. With all your faults, I love you still. It had to be you, wonderful you. It had to be you.
A spoonerism is when you accidentally mix up the beginning of words. For example, flutterby actually became butterfly. Eileen Davis is going to tell you the story of Cinderella in spoonerism form. For example, instead of saying once upon a time, it becomes tunce upon a wime. And now, Cinderella, I mean Rindercella.
Once upon a while, in a corn country, there lived a beautiful girl, and her name was Rindercella. Rindercella lived with her ugly mother and her two sad blisters. Living in this same corn country was a pransome hince, and the pransome hince decided to have a fancy fall. He invited people for riles amount, especially the pitch people. Sadly, Rindercella could not go to the fancy fall because all she had to wear was rodeo gags. So she just cat right down and shied. She was getting there, trying, when all of a sudden there appeared before her a Gary Modfather with a magnificent cold goach and Hicks white sauces to take Rendersella to the Bancy Ball. The Gary Modfather warned Cinderella, "You must be home before the clock strikes midnight, or you will burn into a tumpkin." Finally, the night of the Bancy Ball arrived, and Rendersella was headed towards the Bancy Ball. As soon as she arrived at the Bancy Ball, the Pransome Hince met her at the door because he had been watching from behind a wooden window. Rendersella and the Pransome Hince danced all night, and they lellen fove. Aww. Suddenly, the mid-clock struck night, and Rendersella stays down the rares, and when she beached the Rodham, she slopped her dripper. Oh, no! The next day, the Pransome Hince went all around the corn country looking for the beautiful girl who slopped her dripper. He tried it on the muggly udder. It fitted it. He tried it on the two sad blisters. It fitted it. He tried it on Rendersella. It fitted it. It was exactly the sight rise. So they got married and lived happily ever after. The story of the Maury is, if you go to a Bancy Fall and you want to loll and fove with the Pransome Hince, be sure and slop your dripper.
Ready for some cha-cha? Amy Walker and I will entertain you with Sway.
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway, like a lazy ocean hugs the shore. Hold me close, sway me more, like a flower bending in the breeze. Bend with me, sway with ease. Oh, when we dance, you have a way with me. Stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I go weak. I can hear the sounds of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. You know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now.
In our finale, the chorale will define April love by singing Love.